Aha! I have a Bane option select for you. See if that's the right timing there. Yes, it is. So on block, back 1-1. On hit, back 1-1 cancels into the overhead, which is back 4-2. Well, crazy. Not on block, though. And the reason is because I'm pressing the trait button just after I'm inputting the special. That matters because the trait button input seems to make Bane forget about whatever came before. So let me show you this a little bit more obviously. I'm going to do a long string. It's 1-1, forward 2 down, 2. Okay. But if I press the trait just before the last kick, he'll forget about it and just go on with his day. So you can see it's the same input. It's just that in the last one I inputted the trait and he forgot about everything that came before. And that's the case with everything. He forgets about strings and special moves and directional inputs. You know, whatever you got, he forgets about it. So that's part of why the option select works. The other part is because there's a little bit of a longer window to cancel into something if the opponent is blocking. So if they're blocking, you have a little bit of a longer period of time where you can cancel from one move into another, including from a string into a special, like the thing I showed at the start. What I'm doing is inputting the trait button just inside of that window where if it's on hit, the window will already have closed. But if it's on block, there's still a couple of frames in there where the game is reading your inputs and deciding what to do. Just go back to this guy. So, ooh, wow, that was interesting. So on hit, you can see how quickly he cancels into the back forward 2 overhead. On block, and you can probably tell this in general, his leg seems to be moving faster on hit than on block. There's a little bit of a freeze there on his leg. That's what I mean about the larger window if the opponent is blocking. You just have a little bit more time in there because of the way the block stop works versus hit stop. There you go, cool, right? But obviously it's not just back 1-1, it's any string like I showed before. So let's try with back 2-3 because that's an important one. Unfortunately, the 3 is pretty unsafe. Probably should be, it launches big damage, yada yada. But let's try it again here. Nope, too early. Maybe. Yes, excellent. So back 2-3. Except not 3, because he forgets. Bam, alright, so no need to worry about the 3 being unsafe. That's cool. But let's get even more devious. Oh, I don't think that was it, actually. No, I pressed meter burn of all things. Let's do it. Wait, what? I did do it? Well, yeah, I did, actually. Alright, cool. Glad I didn't cancel. Anyway, the point is just that, as you can see, I think I actually might have screwed up the time because he waits a long time to get the command grab out. It's not really ideal there, but the point is that, hey, option select in the way that gets on hit, you get a combo, and on block, you get a command grab, cool. And not just in pressure, too. I feel like there's some use for it. Let's have them start far. Bam, get out of here. I feel like there's probably some use for it in footsies. You know, walking around with something like this is a way to just, like, get pressure. This is plus on block. Hey, alright, I'm in there now. But if the opponent's trying to whip punish you, or if you're not in the right range, or you're trying to fake things, you know, you just cancel yourself. And again, it's same way with the 1-1 before that, which is, now I'm on debuff. Right, so that, but, you know, you make yourself stop, big old boot, but, right, you stop beforehand. And the nice thing about this is not just that it's a feint, right? You can just do this after all, right? Just that by itself and not even input the last hit there or the trait, but it's a way for you yourself to not have to commit until like the last possible second. So if you see that the opponent has like all of a sudden backdash, it's not where you thought they would be, or if they've moved in some other way or whatever, maybe they have a meter burn 3 coming at you, right? It's just a way to stop yourself, get yourself a little bit more safety in footsies. Another way to use this is, let's put them closer again. is to as like an extra hit confirm. So 113 into the command grab works on hit, but if the opponent's blocking, then it does not. Right, it just whiff if the opponent's still on block stun. So one way to get around that is to use this tech as like an extra, hold on, don't do anything. So if they're blocking, right on hit, great, press the trait late, maybe you want to get the extra little Venom in there. But on block, you press the trait, and lo and behold, it won't come out. Let me just show you this on block, which I should have done anyway. Oh, no, no thanks. Do you hear how late I can do that? Like, it's super late. No. Very late. Very, very late, and especially in the context of Injustice, where typically you have to commit to things in advance. The ability to make yourself safe... Oh boy, I could have gotten busted there. No thanks. I feel like that's pretty useful. So, what are the problems with this? Well, one of them is that this is only available as you're leveling up the Venom. So if you're already at max Venom, if you're on debuff, then you're not going to have access to it. Nope, can't cancel it. So there's that. And then the other one is that whenever you press the trait, there's like a little bit of a window afterward where Bane doesn't seem to want to accept inputs. It just seems like it's for a few frames. It's very fast. So as long as you're okay with negotiating around that, then no big deal. But yeah, you know what? Bane has a really good trait overall. Obviously very nice to be able to make your damage huge, to be able to armor through other things with your armored specials. But you know what? Maybe one of the real powers of the Venom is that it can make you forget.